Gratz College. It is now my honor to welcome you to the 2019 JCHS Commencement Ceremony. I invite you to please rise as our graduates enter and to remain standing as we sing the national anthem. In the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Rabbi Lance Sussman to give the invocation. Rabbi Sussman, in addition to being a rabbi at Knesset Israel, just up the road, is also the chair-elect of the Gratz Board of Governors.
Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu. Our God, God of our ancestors, on this special day of achievement and celebration, bless us, our students, and their families with the light of your presence. Sustain in us a love of your Torah and guide us in its paths. Bless us, Israel, and all people with peace, happiness, and security. Hashivenu elecha v'nashuva, chadesh yameinu k'kedem. Turn us to you and restore us with a fullness of body, mind, and soul. Amen, and Mazal Tov to our graduates.
Thank you, Rabbi Sussman. Normally at this time, the president of Gratz College, Dr. Paul Finkelman, would come forward to welcome you in person. Unfortunately, Dr. Finkelman is in Japan right now. but he didn't want to miss the opportunity to share his thoughts with you this morning.
Greetings to the class of 2019 from the Jewish Community High School. I am sorry that I can't be here in person. I'm on the other side of the world this week and actually going to the home of the Japanese diplomat Sugihara, who helped Jews escape from Eastern Europe during World War II. But I'm happy to be here by video and congratulate you on graduating from the Jewish Community High School. And I especially want to thank Dean Mabin and her staff for all the work she has done in educating all of you. You are graduating from Graz, but we hope you aren't leaving Graz. We hope you'll return to Graz. We hope you'll come back when you're here on break from college. We hope you will stay in touch with us. You may even want to continue to take courses online with Graz as you go off to college. So please stay connected with Graz. We thank you for being grad students. And most of all, we also thank your parents who have brought you here on Sunday mornings, on Tuesday nights, who have guided you to this point in your careers as young adults. And good luck next year when you go off to college.
We have a wonderful tradition here at JCHS that involves students whose academic achievements have earned them a place in the Shalem Honor Society. Every year, the students who earn this distinction are invited to officially join the Shalem Honor Society by signing a special book which carries the names of every graduate of JCHS who has earned this distinction. This year's Shalem Honor Society inductees are Naomi Kaufman, Ryan Milpin, and Charlie Wolf. It's my pleasure now to invite them to come forward and to sign the book on the table over here. Each graduating class is different, and an interesting distinction for this class is that each of these students is actually the first in their immediate families to attain this standing. Unlike other years that I've been part of JCHS, none of these three outstanding students had an older sibling who attained the distinction of the Shalem Society. However, I hope that some of their younger siblings will follow in their footsteps and become part of this distinguished group of scholars when they graduate from JCHS. Let's give them one more round of applause. As every teacher knows, teaching becomes elevated in the presence of exceptional students. And the faculty and I know that the students are the heart and soul of the Jewish Community High School. So it's only fitting that we hear from a few of them today. Our first student speaker is Naomi Kaufman, who has been a valued member of our student body for 5 years. Naomi?
Good morning, families, friends, faculty, and of course, the JCHS class of 2019. I have been attending JCHS for 6 years now. This all started when I wanted to continue my Jewish education after I had my bat mitzvah. At first, lots of my friends were enrolled at JCHS, and I knew lots of people. But over the years, the numbers of my friends involved decreased. I was so upset. Every Sunday morning, I would wake up at 8:45 to go all the way to Elkins Park till 1, and I barely knew anyone. Over time, I began to accept this change, and I made lots of new friends who all had something in common. We were all Jewish. Soon I began to look forward to every Sunday, going to a place where I got to discuss Judaism in every aspect of my life. In today's world, there are not a lot of places where I can be my truest self and be accepted. Gratz is a place where we can talk about the hard topics that affect us in our day-to-day lives. I have learned so much about my Jewish heritage and myself as a young Jewish woman. I really enjoyed the discussions-based classes and learning about ethics. One area at Gratz I did not excel at was Hebrew, but despite this, I grew in many different ways. At Gratz, I began to find myself and really connect with my Jewish identity. One topic over the past 6 years that was always discussed was how to identify as an American Jew or a Jewish American. Finally, years later, I would classify myself as an American Jew. I will always be an American, but my soul will always be Jewish, and that is the root of who I am. Looking back at my experience here, every teacher, classmate, and person at Gratz helped me finally discover who I am. This December, I'm going on birthright with my school, and I am now ready to find myself all over again in the land of the Jewish people. As Rabbi Abraham Isaac Nock once said, "In everything you do, you encounter sparks full of life and light, aspiring to rise toward the heights. You can help them, and they help you." Gratz has been a place full of light for me and helped shape me into me. Next year, I'm going to Drexel to study to become a nurse. Gratz has helped me, and now it is my turn to go out into the world and help others. Thank you.
Thank you, Naomi. Listening to Naomi's personal reflections and insights reminds me that all of our students experience the JCHS program in different ways. It makes me wish we could hear from all of them, since you are unbelievably amazing young adults. Recently, a colleague of mine on the faculty at Gratz asked me to describe JCHS. I said, "This is the Harvard of supplementary Jewish education." What makes Harvard Harvard is a talented faculty paired with an amazing student body. That's also what makes JCHS an incredible program. From my first meeting with them in September of 2016, it has been absolutely clear to me that we are blessed to have enormously gifted students. We honor our students today, but some of them have earned specific awards and prizes as well. I'm going to ask my friend and colleague, Debbie Leon, to come forward. Debbie's the interim director of Gratz Advance, which houses all of our teen programs, including JCHS. And I'm going to invite some special guests to join Debbie here in front of the stage, Sheldon Plam and Dr. Jonathan Rosenbaum. The Plams and the Rosenbaums are the true tzaddikim, the righteous supporters of Gratz College. Through their generosity, we've been able to fund scholarships and prizes for our outstanding students, both in the college and in JCHS. I think it's only fitting that they present the awards to our fantastic students, and that our students have the opportunity to thank them in person for their support and having been supported throughout their years of study. Students, when I call your name, please come forward and receive the award and shake hands with Debbie and our donors, and please remain standing in front of the stage so that we can get a group picture at the end. Our first prize is actually the longest standing award given at JCHS. As you may know, Gratz was founded as the first Jewish teachers college in the United States, as a tribute to Rebecca Gratz, who founded the Jewish Sunday School Society in 1838. As a result, Gratz has provided a serious program of teacher training for teens as well as adults for many decades. When I was an educator in New Jersey, I ran into literally dozens of teachers who got their credentials at Gratz through JCHS. Many of these teachers are affiliated with the Reform Movement and have earned the Isaac Mayer Wise Reform Teaching Certificate. Our first award this morning, the Betty S. Birnbach Prize for Superior Scholastic Standing in the Isaac Mayer Wise Reform Teaching Certificate Program, is awarded to Lily Ashley. JCHS faculty selected Eli Minkoff to receive the Samuel and Bessie Starr Memorial Prize for Eli's passion and commitment to issues of social justice. I had the pleasure of working with Rabbi Dov Goldberg, whose niece Rena was a dedicated student at JCHS. Sadly, Rena passed away while still in high school, prompting members of the JCHS community to establish a prize in her memory. The Rena C. Goldberg Memorial Prize for dedication to JCHS studies is awarded to Josh Courtney. Our next two awards were established by Lenore Bryan to honor her parents. Lenore worked at the front desk at Gratz College for 13 years. She loved Gratz and was proud to have studied here herself as an adult. As committed to Jewish learning as she was, Lenore was equally committed to community service. I know she spent hours coordinating the efforts to make sure members of the Jewish community had food they needed. She was also committed to the students of JCHS and established 2 prizes for them. After her untimely death, her sister established the Lenore Bryan Family Fund to make sure that Lenore's legacy would continue. The Martin Bryan Memorial Prize, named for Lenore's father, honors an outstanding student exhibiting exceptional leadership. The Marcia Eddies Memorial Prize, named for Lenore's mom, is awarded to the student with the highest scholastic standing in JCHS. This year's recipient of both of those prizes is Charlie Wolf. Charlie is a true gentleman and a scholar. He's receiving the Martin Bryan Memorial Prize for his outstanding leadership in Knesset, our Jewish Student Council, which he has served for the last 4 years, and he is receiving the Marcia Eddies Memorial Prize in recognition of maintaining the highest GPA at JCHS over that time period. As many of you know, Hebrew language is an important aspect of our program. We are the only Hebrew High I know of that offers 5 different levels of modern Hebrew language. And Drs. Jonathan and Susan Rosenbaum have generously created a prize for excellence in Hebrew language. Dr. Jonathan Rosenbaum is President Emeritus of Gratz College and we are grateful to him for his ongoing support of both the college and JCHS. This year's Rosenbaum Prize for Excellence in Hebrew Language goes to Ryan Milkman. Finally, the Michael Tobiah Plam Endowed Memorial Prize was established in memory of Michael Plam, an alumnus of the high school, by his parents. His father is with us today. The prize is awarded to students who, like Michael, exemplify the value of Gemilut Chasadim and model kindness in all of their deeds. I'm pleased to announce that the recipient of this year's Michael Plam Memorial Prize is Naomi Kaufman. Naomi has consistently shown kindness and consideration for the younger students at JCHS and has been equally patient with students whose opinions are at odds with her own. Naomi, that kind of caring and compassion will serve you very well in your chosen field of nursing. Please join me in giving them all a big round of applause.
Okay, everybody look at me. Nice big smiles. More.
Thank you, Debbie, and especially thank you, Sheldon and Jonathan. And please join me one more time in giving everyone a round of applause. As beautiful as our program booklet is this morning, there is an error in it, an omission. Ryan Milkman's name was inexcusably and mistakenly left out of the program book. Ryan is going to come forward now and offer us his thoughts about JCHS.
Family and friends, teachers and staff members, fellow graduates, Ruhim Aba'im, and welcome to Gratz College's Jewish Community High School Class of 2019 graduation. Thank you all for coming to share this milestone with us. I would like to take this opportunity to give a special thanks to our wonderful teachers, Dina, Rhonda, and Alicia. We're all truly grateful for your dedication to Judaic studies, enthusiasm for creating meaningful and interesting classes that motivate us all to get out of bed each and every Sunday. I'd also like to thank our amazing Luba for all the work that she does behind the scenes, and Jamar for helping us set up every week. I'd also like to thank my mom and dad for supporting my Jewish education, first at Perlman Jewish Day School, then here at Gratz, and next at the Jewish Theological Seminary, which I'll be attending next year. I'd also like to thank my grandparents, both the official and unofficial ones, who've always made me believe that I could do anything. And to all families here today, our graduation would not be possible without your support. Lastly, I'd like to thank my Zadie, who sadly could not be here with us today. My Zadie set a high bar for me and sparked my intellectual interest in Judaism. His commitment to studying and learning continued all throughout his life, and a leader in his community, he inspired me and my siblings to follow in his footsteps and become an active member in our community. I came to Gratz because I wanted to learn about Judaism and strengthen my identity and connection to Israel. I started in 8th grade after a synagogue Hebrew teacher suggested that Gratz would allow me to study at the highest level in a place that would push me academically and offer classes that would expand my Jewish knowledge. At Gratz, I've had the amazing opportunity to enjoy classes such as the J Guy's Guide, designed for helping Jewish teens navigate adulthood, and the Rhymes of Israel, and about the music, modern music trends in Israel. Through all my classes here at Gratz, while I was surrounded by a diverse community of students from all across the greater Philadelphia region, we were all similar except in one true aspect. We all care about Judaism. Gratz has taught us to embrace our Jewish community, to seek knowledge at every opportunity, and to never give up on learning. From all of our special activities geared towards learning about the Jewish holidays to the numerous speakers brought into our community, Gratz has not only enhanced our Jewish identities, but opened us up to new traditions, perspectives, and ideas. I can proudly say that Gratz has made me a better son, a better brother, a better person, and a better member of my Jewish community. I'm so fortunate to have been part of this special family for the past 5 years. I truly believe that Gratz has prepared us for our next chapter in our life, and I am so excited to see what the future holds in store for the class of 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. One of the things that has impressed me so much is the number of people who have long connections to Gratz. Many of the seniors who were with us in the Better Together program last year and the year before started off their association with Gratz when they were in high school. And I've had the pleasure of meeting families that span as many as 4 generations of Gratz students. I know that many of our students come from families who are also long connected to Gratz. I love the fact that we have such deep roots in the community. In fact, this coming year, Gratz will be celebrating its 125th anniversary. So I'm going to ask the class to stand up and turn around and face the audience. These are our newest alumni. But if you are a graduate of the Jewish Community High School anywhere in the audience, or if you are a graduate of Gratz College, please rise. If you take continuing education classes or attend our lectures and special programs, please join them. Thank you. Please be seated. When we honor the accomplishments of our students, we are also celebrating the accomplishments of the professionals who have educated and supported them. As our student speakers have attested, JCHS has an extraordinary faculty. There is no community Jewish high school in the country that has more experienced, more creative, or more knowledgeable teachers. My special thanks to Shira Weisbach, our partner at Temple Sinai, and our dedicated faculty, Alicia Stein, Sydney Cement, Asaf Romorowski, and Rhonda Whitman. Rhonda sends her deepest regrets, but she is in Israel for her cousin's wedding this weekend and could not be with us in person, but I know that you are in her thoughts this morning. A couple of other people have provided tremendous support behind the scenes, helping get the program printed, making sure that the donor base was up to date, arranging for refreshments and beautiful decorations. My thanks to Dodie Klimoff and Mindy Cohen, to Naomi Hausman, all of whom really have helped make this day actually happen. And special thanks also to Lori Cohen, who produced the most beautiful graduation program JCHS has ever had. Last but not least, there is another person deserving of great thanks from all of us, and that is Luba Pridichin, our administrative assistant. Luba works tirelessly behind the scenes at JCHS. She's a godsend, and quite frankly, I couldn't do this job without her. So thank you, Luba. Graduates, it's now the time that you have been waiting for, the awarding of diplomas and certificates. I'm going to invite my colleague, Debbie Leon, come forward. She'll read your names. Please come up this staircase and walk across, and I will meet you there with your diplomas.
Lily Rose Ashery. Naomi Leah Kaufman. Milkman. Eli Array Minkoff. Joshua Daniel Courtney. And Charles Douglas Wolfe.
Let's give them all one more round of applause. I'm sorry that you didn't get a chance to see the slideshow, but we will email a copy to each family so that you'll have it. It shows a picture of each student, the awards that they have received, and where they're going to college, along with a quote from each of them. So parents, I'm going to ask you to share it with your guests. We'll now hear from one more student. Please welcome Josh Portman.
Thank you. Thanks. Friends, teachers, staff, parents, and family members. Congratulations, class of 2019. We did it. Some of us have been here for just 2 years, myself included, and some have been here for several years. Over the years, have you ever stopped to think why you attended Gratz? Was it Tradition? Was it family? What about this high school program caught your interest? Was it the opportunity to learn Hebrew in Hebrew? Was it the opportunity to get 5 courses in Hebrew? Was it the opportunity to get a teacher's certificate? There are an infinite amount of reasons why students decide to attend Graz. However, I truly believe that all of us share one specific reason of what we are here: the history. Every graduating class of this fine institution has carried the torch and kept the candle lit, going back more than a century, and 125 years next year. Jews are taught to teach their stories to descendants, because otherwise, Jewish people will be forgotten and the religion will cease to exist. My colleagues and I have picked up that daunting task, and we have continued the legacy of Graz. While continuing the legacy of Jewish education is great, why else do students really attend Graz? It's because of what they can get out of it. So I asked my colleagues and friends, what have you gotten out of your Graz GCHS experience? For me, it's a heightened understanding and appreciation of our extensive history. Graz was no ordinary high school, Sunday school. We didn't simply read the basic biblical stories and fables. No, we dove deep into the conditions surrounding those texts. We explored the history surrounding the events in our holy passages. We investigated the agendas of the writers of the Torah. We exposed the contradictions in the passages between the passages of the Torah, researched the reasons for them, and understood why they were, and speculated as to why they were written. This contributed to my advancing understanding of our biblical past, as well as our modern history. Another thing I took for Graz, a better analytical mind. In one class, we discussed modern politics, and we were given a venue to discuss and debate freely. One thing was always clear: the mantra of 2 Jews, 3 opinions is alive and well in 2019. From that, I got a clearer analysis of the political quagmires of today and earned an understanding of, somehow or other, the Torah addresses every one of our political issues of today. But that's just me. Everyone takes something different from their Graz experience. Our diploma is more than just a certificate. It's a reflection of our work. Materialistically, Graz gave us a piece of paper and some college credits, but in reality, Graz gave us so much more. As we graduate today, I implore you to reflect on what Graz gave you. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. The Talmud tells us that there are 2 types of people who are never jealous: parents who are surpassed by their children, and teachers who are surpassed by their students. I know I can speak for your teachers, and I think your parents and all of us here today know exactly what that sentiment means when we stand in the company of these incredibly fine young people. I think our student speakers today have done a remarkable job. Let's thank them one more time. Today we've celebrated our students and acknowledged our faculty, but there is another group of individuals who are responsible for the JCHS success, and that is parents. A recent study documents what I consider to be our community's greatest tragedy, and that is the decline in participation in Jewish learning post-bar and bat mitzvah. The researchers found that more than 1/3 of supplementary school students drop out after 9th grade, and by 12th grade, only 1/7 remain. Parents, it is a tremendous accomplishment for you to guide your children to continue their Jewish education through 12th grade and to support them in that effort. It takes a certain blend of enthusiasm, determination, and fortitude, and we are very grateful to you. As our ceremony draws to a close, I'd like to invite a distinguished member of our faculty and our resident Talmud scholar, Mr. Elisha Stein, to offer the benediction.
Hodu Adonai Kitov, Kili Olam Hasto. Give thanks to Hashem for He is good, His loving kindness is eternal. For the opportunity to teach and to learn, we give thanks to the Almighty. As this graduation ceremony comes to a close, we are mindful that just as all of God's creation is unique and precious, created in the divine image, students who we acknowledge today are themselves a very special group. They've distinguished themselves by their motivation for learning and their ability to achieve. They've shown a passion to transform the world around them for the better. They are committed to Jewish life and learning. They are good people with a sound moral compass to guide them. They represent our hopes for tomorrow. We are thankful for all of the people in their lives who have helped to bring them to this place. Their teachers, their friends, and most of all, their parents. May the Almighty guide their path and always be close to them. May we be blessed to hear stories of their achievements, their growth, and their contributions to Klal Yisrael, the Jewish community, in the years to come. May these graduates be lifelong learners of your Torah, Hashem, and may they pursue learning Lishma for its own sake. Our rabbis taught, Talmud Torah Keneged Kulam. The study of Torah is equal in importance to all of the other 612 mitzvot combined. For only those with a knowledge of God's will have the ability to perform God's will. A special form of Kaddish, Kaddish Rabbanan, was created for the students who engage in the study of Torah. As we conclude, please join me in reciting together the section from the Rabbi's Kaddish that appears on page 9 of your commencement program. Al Yisrael, ve'al Rabbanan, ve'al Tamidehon, ve'al kol Tamidei Talmidehon, ve'al kol man de'oskin be'oraita, di v'yatra hadein v'di b'chol atar v'atar. Yahel lahon v'lchon shlama rabba, hina v'hista v'rahamim, v'hayin arichin umzonei v'revihei, ופורקנה מפדם אבוהם בבשמיה וערה ואמרו אמן. חזק חזק ונתחזק.
Finally, I would be remiss if I did not ask you for your help. We're well into our recruitment season now. So if you know a Jewish family with a teenager who does not yet attend JCHS, please reach out to them. Tell them what you heard from these students today and what you felt watching your own senior graduate from our program. If you have someone you'd like to recommend, speak with Debbie Leon or with myself at the reception. JCHS is an incredible program, unique in the world of supplementary Jewish education. And as you've heard from the students and read their own words, well, not quite during the slideshow, you should know it is definitely a program that is not your grandfather's Hebrew school. Please rise now and join Lily Ashery in the Jewish people's wonderful anthem of hope and optimism for the future, Hatikva. A song so resonant with the Jewish people that it became the national anthem of the State of Israel. The words are on page 10 in your program. At the conclusion of Hatikva, I ask everyone to remain standing. The recessional music will begin and the class of 2019 will file out. We hope everyone will join us for the reception in the lobby. Seniors, at this moment, I'm going to ask you to move your tassels to the other side of your cap, indicating that you are now graduates of JCHS. As you file out, be sure to get a special little goodie from Luba, something kind of fun, and enjoy the reception. The caps and gowns are yours to keep. My thanks to everyone for another wonderful year at JCHS. Hatikva.
Kol balei
Yerushalayim.